Alright guys, to be completely honest with you, it's been quite some time since I've been genuinely excited about finding a game, let alone a game that's completely free to play that isn't pay to win dog shit. I even went out of my way to make a TikTok about this game like 2 days after I found it. So the gameplay that you're going to be watching, it's just a mix of gameplay and then like in between just little gameplay clips from like a few games just at the firing range, and I'm just going to show off the weapons to you. It's not all of them, it's just some of the ones that I like, but you know, there's over 50 guns in the game, so you got plenty to choose from, but I figured that I would just show off some of the guns to you and mix in a little gameplay so that you guys can understand what you're looking for. The game is basically like Black Ops 2, right? It's a run and gun, boots on the ground, really fast-paced, bright, vibrant, colorful Black Ops 2 style game. It doesn't have an overly complex movement system. It doesn't have like an advanced movement system with like sliding, diving, none of that. But, you know, I've seen some people that are gross at the game, you know, just doing these really smooth B hops and all that. You know, if you don't know B hop, you know bunny hop, I'm sure you know. But all that, like, people can bunny hop around the map on this. So, you know, if you want that advanced movement, you can learn how to do it. But, you know, by default, it's not there. It's not an option. I like that about the game because that it gives it that old feel, you know? So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this game. But if you're looking for a game that is close to Black Ops 2 or just any old Call of Duty feeling game, this is the game for you. There's tons of content in this game for free. The by default, when you download the game, off-rip content is fantastic. It's better than any Call of Duty game has had in years without you having to go buy some stupid anime dipshit pack, you know, in the shop for $25, which is ridiculous. Look at this Glock. This thing's a monster. I love this gun, and it looks great. You know, it feels great to use too. That's another thing too. The game feels phenomenal. It feels very good. I'm big on how a game would feel, right? So I've been playing Warface just as a substitute for Call of Duty because we all know Call of Duty has been dog shit recently, and I didn't buy Vanguard. Vanguard's the first Call of Duty game in 13 years that I have not purchased. But like I was saying, the content in this game, right as you download it, is phenomenal. If you want to see an overview of the content, skip in this video to 15 minutes and 35 seconds. That's when the video cuts from like gameplay and then gun showcasing and then the commentary cuts, and then I just go over I go over all the content. I'm in the menu and then I go through all the tabs and I go through and show you guys what the game has to offer and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not gonna lie, is this game kind of like a ripoff of Call of Duty? Yes, but you know what? Call of Duty is killing itself. They're killing their own game, okay? They keep taking shit out that everyone loves, all right? Mind you, this game has a classical Call of Duty minimap system, which Call of Duty, or, you know, the development studios, I don't know if it's Activision specifically, I fucking doubt it, but the development studios decided, you know what, this is a good idea. Let's take out the original minimap system that everyone knows, is comfortable with, and enjoys. No, this game has the OG minimap system and all sorts of aspects from the older Call of Duties. The game is, I'm not gonna lie, the game is low-key a ripoff of Call of Duty, but who cares? The game is fun. Vanguard sucks, and they charge you $60 for a game that is, one, broken, two, they sell you fucking stupid packs that don't even work. I heard tracer packs don't even work anymore, and they still sell them to you, which is, isn't that fraud? Or false advertisement, at least? I mean, fraud might be a bit harsh term, but that's definitely false advertisement. But this game, man, like, this game exceeded my expectations. You know, I forget how I found this game, but I downloaded it with very little expectations. It's 8 gigabytes, free to play. You know, I'm like thinking, damn, this is going to just suck. And I'm playing it, I'm like, holy shit, this game feels really good. The color palette in the game is vibrant, and it's enjoyable to look at. Now, the graphics. Are the graphics the best? No, they're not the best, but does it really matter that much? Like, the graphics are, I would say, that's a tough one. It's like if you mixed Black Ops 2 with CSGO and then gave it, like, low lighting details from, like, Rainbow Six. So, like, if you have, like, your lighting details on Rainbow, like, all the way down, then mix that with, like, Black Ops 2 and CSGO style graphics, the game looks good regardless. It's extremely arcadey, it's fast-paced, and that's another thing that I want to touch on, but overall, the gameplay is smooth. and the graphics work with the gameplay very well. You know, it feels like they match. It's got the right vibe. But like I was going to touch on is the pacing. The maps in this game are great. And I don't mean they're perfect. There's like two that I actually really, really like. I think Cloud9, the one that kind of looks like Plaza from Black Ops 2, I think that's the one I'm talking about. I think that one's really, really great. The maps, they feel natural. You know when you play a new Call of Duty game in recent years and like you just feel uncomfortable on the map, it doesn't feel right? You don't have that in this game. After playing like each of these maps like once or twice, I wouldn't even say twice. When I played Cloud9 and Mart the first time, it felt natural, like I felt like I knew the map. You know, that's good map design. I found this game this week, right? And I made this TikTok, you know, I'll show it again real quick, you know. And the other night, I was like, after I made the TikTok, I actually made this TikTok right before I saw the video I'm about to talk about. The other night I was like, damn, like I wish like people would like with larger subscriber counts would make videos about this game because it deserves that kind of praise. So, you know, I sit down for the night, I get off the game, I sit down for the night, and I go on YouTube and I just look it up, and then lo and behold, I see this video pop up and I'm like, no shit. No way. A guy with 200,000 subscribers made a fucking video about this game 10 hours ago. And I mean, it was 10 hours ago at the time. I just screenshotted this today. But when I saw this video, it was 10 hours ago at the time. So I was like, no shit, what are the fucking chances? So the same week that I find this game is the same week that this guy right here, who I've seen his videos before, but I'm not too familiar with him, but he decides to make a video about this game. So I feel like this is a beautiful mix of stuff coming together. And I really feel like this game has a lot of potential. I really, truly feel like this game can really go somewhere, you know? At least until, like, SM2 comes out, you know? Because I'm not sure how active the developers are. I haven't looked into that. But if the developers are active, I believe this game has a long way to go before it reaches its peak. You know, they advertise their Discord, they advertise their Twitter, so I assume they're active. So just based off that, I think that this game has a long way to go before it reaches its peak. So this game released in 2019 and has been in open beta since. And for being in an open beta, I haven't really had any bugs. I have put kind of a gross amount of hours onto this game since I've found it for the amount of time that I've known about it, to be completely honest with you. But I've only encountered one bug, and it wasn't even that bad. It happened at the end of a game, so it didn't ruin my game. But the bug was like my game froze or something. It might not have even been the game, might have just been my PC. But, you know, I just restarted it and it was no problem. Now, I know I'm kind of rambling here, and I know it sounds kind of goofy. Man, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I truly, genuinely love Call of Duty, the Call of Duty franchise, and that arcade-style shooter, that original, that old-school Call of Duty feel. Oh, man, like, I can't tell you. I have been wanting to find a game like this since like Black Ops 3, because, I mean, yeah, World War II was alright, and don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 2019 was a great game, but it's not comparable. It's a completely different game compared to the old style of Call of Duty, alright? It's just not the same. You can't compare the two games. I don't believe that you can compare like an old Call of Duty, like World at War, to Black Ops 2, you know, MW2, MW3. You can't compare that to Modern Warfare 2019. So yeah, I got giddy with fucking excitement when I found this game, because it has that old feel, and when you get kills, it's satisfying. You know, it feels good to play, it feels good to move around in the game, all right? The maps flow good, the pacing in the game is fucking great, you know? Does it have its problems? Yes, of course it has its problems. You know, I could name a few. I think that the sight on the holographic needs to be touched up. It just seems a little blurry. It kind of just seems like a PNG image that was kind of cut out. But I'd say, like, graphically, that's the only problem that I actually have with the game actually looks. But everything else graphically looks phenomenal. Another quick thing I don't like about the game is how voice chat in the game is turned off by default. I know that's kind of arbitrary, but I know a lot of people are just lazy and or kind of dumb, and they're just going to assume that the game doesn't have voice chat because that's just how people are. So I think that should be on by default, and then it should give you the option to turn it off if you want. I don't mind the unlock system for the guns, and the way it works with the like durability and repairing, because it's not really a pain in the ass. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't really affect how you're going to be spending your in-game currency. But the way you have to use your in-game currency to get your lethals and tacticals, I don't really like that. I think when you get it, you should just get it instead of having to, continue to do it. Even though, like I said, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. But I just, I'm not the biggest fan. The score streak system, you keep your score streak even if you die, but I guess it's balanced out because the higher score streaks you really won't get unless you're kind of like smacking the other team. But regardless, I'm still sticking to like the OG Call of Duty roots. I think if you die, you should lose your score streak or kill streak, but it is a score streak system in this game and it's constantly going down. So if you see in the bottom left, it is constantly going down. I don't really mind that too much because it only goes down by 2, like every second or every other second or whatever it may be. But it's just not my cup of tea. I would rather just have a classical kill streak system as opposed, or actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I would rather have the score streak system. I do like the score streak system, so yeah. But I just wouldn't do it this way. I would have it reset when you die, like in Black Ops 2. Another thing I don't like about the game is the map Rust. No, it's not Rust from like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 2019. It's its own Rust and it's called Rust, but that map, I don't fucking like that map. I can't stand that map. That map is ridiculous and stupid. But, as for maps, that's the only one that I don't like. Okay, real quick, guys. I'm not sure what just happened in my audio clip. I'm new to this whole like making videos and recording thing, so sorry about that. But basically, in the audio clip that is missing here, I just said that I liked that the item shop has like funding boxes, what they call it. You have your GP funding box, and then you have a chip funding box down in the corner. You'll see that towards the end of the video when I talk about the game more in depth and all the menu and the tabs and all that stuff. But yeah, I like that feature because if you don't have a means of buying stuff, with actual money, it gives you an alternative. It gives you something. So yeah, you have to wait for it. Is it going to be as much as if you bought it? No. But listen, at least it's something, all right? You don't see Call of Duty doing that. There's no way that you could do that. Or like, for instance, you can't, there's no in-game currency that you can buy stuff in the shop with that is earnable through just playing the game. But this game has that. The stims in this game, they're a little slow, but I guess that's kind of nice because you're not going to have some guy like sitting in one corridor, one like power position, have him weak as hell, have him stim up in like half a second, pop back out, and then just mow you down again. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. It's aggravating when I die because I'm not stimming up fast enough, but I can see from the other perspective how if someone's sitting in a really douchey spot and they can just stim up really fast and then re-peek you after they got you down to one shot, I understand why the stim's timing is the way that it is. It makes sense to me. The gun variety in this game is fucking phenomenal. I think that the gun variety in this game is like peak Call of Duty-esque gun variety. It's very, very good. You can have any type of gameplay. The snipers, they could use a little work, all right? I like my snipers to be a bit more like buttery smooth, especially when you're scoping in, your crosshairs stay centered. This has more of a Black Ops 1 feel to it. If you remember how the Black Ops 1 snipers kind of worked when you were quick scoping, this kind of feels like that, but not as strong pre-nerf Black Ops 1, if you know what I'm talking about. Regardless, I would make the snipers a bit more smooth, but after everything that I've talked about, this game is completely worth a try. I really think that this game has a ton of potential, and I hope you guys give it a shot because it's free to play, not pay to win, and the spec requirements on this game are very low. You don't need a beefy PC to play this. You really don't. It's not much, So, like I said, if you want, skip to 1535 to see the content overview where I just go over everything on the menu and whatnot. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, so in terms of content, here's what we got for the game, all right? So we're going to start off with the basic shit. So right here, we got GP. That's what this is called. This is your main currency. This is the most prominent currency in the game. And then you have your bit more expensive currency. This is your chip, all right? And both of these are acquired from playing and doing challenges, okay? This last one right here, this is your currency that you get from actually purchasing stuff. Now, you don't need to actually do that, and you don't need to use that. So I'll just go over that real quick. The store is purely cosmetic, all right? And then you also get free stuff on a countdown. Both of these right here will be on a timer. You get a GP funding box, you get a chip funding box, okay? So you won't ever run out of shit to get for free. Next up, you got your storage. Your storage, this is where you collect your stuff that you get from doing missions, earning achievements, leveling up, stuff like that, you know, doing clan contracts. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, clan contracts or daily mission stuff. You get the point. That's what that is. That's your storage tab. Now, you have a clan tab as well. Right here, you can search through clans. You know, you can type the name in a clan if you're looking for a specific one. Or if you go back, you can create a clan, you know, just name, summary, condition. You can set the condition to invite only or up to level 50 to join. And then you get a bunch of cool symbols to choose through. But it does cost 10 chip to create a clan. But I do kind of like that because it keeps it from people just spam creating clans. So, you know, that's quite good. The account tab, please don't give me shit. All right, my KDA, KDRs, 164123. I'm a controller player, and this game is mouse and keyboard. Hopefully they come out with controller support because I suck at mouse and keyboard, as you can see. But the account tab is honestly phenomenal. So you have replay options, so you can replay games that you've played. All right, I've been playing quite a bit of this game just to get a better feel for it. All right, result here, it'll show the result of your previous game. Here, if you go here, it'll show you your fucking accuracy, right? For each gun that you're using and your percent accuracy for it, right? So it goes pretty in depth here. All right, it shows you all that kind of stuff, your stats for each gun, the time that you've used it, your accuracy, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. My accuracy is shit, like I said. But back to it. So your emblem, clan tag, and then your dog tag background. So your dog tag background, these are the only two that I see here. I don't know if you unlock more or get more here from doing any missions or anything. Like I said, I'm new to the game. But this is what you got. It's just your basic background here. Your titles, apart from your mastery and your gun mastery titles and all that, stuff like that, these are phenomenal. These are very like Modern Warfare 2 art style. And dude, these are kick ass. The art style on these are great, and there's a ton of them. So you got all these ones, and then if we get past all the weapon mastery ones, there's even more. Like, these things are great. This is like the kind of effort that I wish we would see in Call of Duty, but we don't see this kind of effort in Call of Duty anymore. All right, yeah, we get our animated ones and all this and that, but they're just meh. All right, and a lot of them are just copy and paste, but these all have reason behind getting them. All right, and the reason's a lot more in depth than, you know, what it used to be. We just haven't had good calling card system like this in a while, and I really like the art style, you know, especially the ones like this. You know, it's very like Modern Warfare 2-esque, you know, something like that. So if you like this kind of stuff, you'll definitely enjoy this. And then same goes for the emblems. The emblems are, I would say the emblems are even closer to Modern Warfare 2 than the last one, because the emblems have that like dirty drawn look to it with the really bright colors. It's very, very nice. I really enjoy, you know, having this kind of option to choose and customize your calling card with, or whatever you want to call this. Oh, one quick thing to note is that when you are in a clan, your clan name will be displayed right here next to your name in games and lobbies. So that is kind of cool. There is a working ranking system as well as ranked matchmaking. The matchmaking by default does not have forced skill-based matchmaking like these new Call of Duty ones do. But yeah, like I was saying, there's no forced SBMM. It's fantastic. So here we can see clan match rankings, ranking battle rankings, dual mode. I'm not sure what dual mode is. I haven't gotten into that yet. But I'm not sure if you start off with 1,200 points or if I have 1,200 points. But regardless, you can see all the points here, and you can see the name and clan. Going to collection. Collection is where you can get the really cool fucking skins by combining other skins when you collect them, all right? So this one is a mix of these three skins, all right? And then these ones are just a lot more fantasy, you know, a lot more lively. They have more life to them. So we got shit like that, very futuristic. And then we have more stuff like this. Here, I'll just scroll through a bunch of them real quick. All right, you get the point. The collection tab, Very cool. Gives you something to look forward to when you start collecting skins like that. Now, under equipment, you do start off with just 3 classes. Currently, I have my assault rifle class, SMG class, and then a sniper class. And each class you can customize your character differently for. And then for your character customization, you can either choose a female custom character, a male custom character, or a pre-made character that you can buy. So you got Hawk, Frost, this guy right here, and then just other ones down here. Again, all purchasable with in-game currency, and yeah, if you really want to, I'm pretty sure you could somehow purchase this currency. I'm not too sure. Primary weapons, I'll just scroll through them real quick. We got assault rifles. I'll scroll down the list real quick here. You'll recognize most of these guns, and I think they did a phenomenal job at picking out which guns to have in the game. Here's the SMGs. Here's the snipers. I'm really glad out of the 2 guns or 3 guns, I should say, they could have gotten in the game. We got the L96, the DSR, and the Intervention. Beautiful choices. But yeah, here's the snipers. Car 98's the last one at the bottom. This one doesn't come with a scope by default, but I believe you can probably put a scope on it. LMGs, again, like every Call of Duty game, there's only a few LMGs, and then shield, just one kind of shield. But the shield honestly isn't overpowered in this game. It's pretty easy to counter, and especially when they're reloading, they can't reload behind the shield. Now for secondaries, there isn't a large selection of secondaries, but that's not really a big deal because there's good variety in how all these guns actually work and act. All right, for your melee weapons, you got different options for melee weapons here. Here are the different options for melee weapons. For lethals, here's the different options for lethals. Pretty standard. And then same goes for tacticals. Your tacticals are also pretty standard. Just basically what you would expect from a Call of Duty game. For your attachments, you got good options on sights here. But here's your list of all your different kinds of attachments. Now, all these different scopes, if you don't like the way the default scopes look on the snipers, you can choose whatever other scope you want. And I'm pretty sure on most snipers, you can just put like a red dot on if you really wanted to, or at least the ones that have rails. Now, for your character, you got helmets. The helmets are pretty alright. They got some cool ones, like, you know, shit like this, you know, and then they got some other ones, you know, stuff like that. And then also have, like, just beanies, caps, radios, stuff like that. The faces goes for both male and female customized faces. There isn't really much to it. And then the vests are all basically the same until you get down to the more expensive vests down here that cost like 100 chip and more. Same goes for the shirts. It's just, you know, exactly what you would expect. Just decent variety in shirts and jackets and whatnot. And then, again, same for pants and gloves. The gloves, I think, aren't really that much in variety until you get really low down to, like, the 100 chip gloves. But I think having, you know, customized gloves is a good idea because regardless of what gun you're using, you're constantly seeing gloves. So, you know, similar like CSGO. And then the perks. The perks are all self-explanatory, but I'll go through them real quick. All right, and then next to your perks down here, you have your emotes. The game does have the gun range. You can see the gun range from the clips that I was showing of me just testing out guns on the bots. And to get to the gun range, you can just click gun range right here. The repair the equipments thing, your guns have durability, but it's really not a big deal. It's like 100 GP to repair it, like every couple games, so it's really not that big of a deal. I was using the hell out of these guns, and it's still like 100. I don't repair them much, and you probably won't have to either. All right, so the skins have a very good variety in this game, and I'll just show you the skins on this gun because it has a pretty wide canvas for you to see them. So just basic woodland, digital, desert, you know, Arctic, multicam, and then we get into the more, you know, artsy stuff. We got blue, leopard tiger. I'll just scroll through them real quick. Now, the chip ones, the ones that cost chip, are a lot more lively, a lot more creative. They have a bit more pop to them in their design and whatnot. Now, the ones at the bottom tend to be ones that you get from either cases or achievements and doing missions and shit like that. Something I want to note is that you can unlock the guns in what whatever order you want, right? So like I've bounced all over the place, right? When you unlock the base guns, they're all the same price for the primaries. You can unlock them in whatever order you'd like. All right, there's no leveling limitations to be able to unlock a specific gun. So if you like a specific gun, you can get it first. You could really get one gun, run with it the whole time, and then not think about any other gun if you really wanted to. It's completely up to you. Your kill streak system is actually a score streak system here. It's similar to Cold War, how you don't actually lose your streak if you die, but it just takes a lot longer if you're not getting kills. And you probably will not get the higher kill streaks in a game unless you're mopping the floor with the other team. But the kill streak or score streak system is called your drone, and then it's just different drones that do different things. I don't mind this system. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't do it this way if I had to choose, but it works and it affects the game in an okay way to where I don't really care. So you have tactical drones, and then you have offensive drones. I usually just run tactical drones, but out of your offensive drones, these all here, these are the ones that are going to cost more, but these are the ones that are going to be getting you kills. The game has tons of contracts and tons of achievements for you to go for. And the achievements tab is quite good because each achievement has different levels, and then you get different rewards for each achievement, as you can see here. So, weapon records, you get emblems, titles, calling cards, or whatever you want to call them. All sorts of shit. And then, of course, GP. GP is the big thing. So if you're low on GP, you do some stuff here. Come in here, look for something to go for, and then go for it. And then you can level it up and then get to the higher ones. And then at the end, you get a card or an emblem or whatever it may be. And like I showed you here, you can get the weapon skins. And the weapon skins not weapon skins, attachment skins. The attachment skins are independent from the main weapon skin. So that I quite like because you can mix and match and do whatever it is that you want to do. And that goes for all these different achievements for all these tabs. There is a ton of them. Let me tell you, the content in this game will keep you busy for so long. And it is phenomenal. But yeah, that's about it for basic, my basic run through of the content. I'm not going to go over the battle pass because I don't want to shill something that costs money. I'm just going over the free content, so I'm not even going to talk about the battle pass. I'm just talking about the free content. The free content in this game that you get off rip when you download the game right away is phenomenal. On top of great, smooth gameplay, this is truly a gem that I don't understand why people aren't talking about it more. It has an anti-cheat system, isn't pay to win, and is fucking fun. Better than Call of Duty has been in years.